X's and O's with LeRoy Butler. He's brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler. We're going to go right at it to see.
This is fun.
We're going right to Philadelphia, where Seattle was playing Philadelphia in the wild card game last weekend. 3rd and 9. Actually, we're going to go 2nd and 10 first.
Yep.
And what we're going to talk about is this, what do you want to call this, Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah. That's a true interior, too, but that's where it works.
Offensive linemen disappear when Fletcher Cox is in the middle.
And for a quarterback, his height, it's the shortest path to the quarterback. When you got a guy running outside of here, it takes a long time.
Now, follow us here. This is going somewhere. Eventually, we will take you to that spot where it's really relevant. But so there were two different plays we'll look at. And one, Fletcher Cox, he actually kind of lines up over here, but he takes the shoulder of this guy.
It's almost like he's throwing a pick, but he stayed in that little crease and kept going and just destroyed the run.
Right. And then he can also come straight over the guy, right?
Just use straight power.
Yeah, straight power. So you say to yourself, okay, what does that have to do with another? Let's look so you can get an idea of what this meant to Philadelphia when they were playing against Seattle's offensive line, which is missing its starting center, Justin Britt, who is out for the year.
Yep, that's a
Even
good
their
point.
backup, Pochnik or whatever, is out too. So they're like on their third string center.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
So now you see Fletcher Cox, he's there, he's under the light, and you just don't see how he just dominates, just truly just dominates. Now you can't even run the ball.
Like that.
And he causes a fumble, too.
Yeah, I mean, he just puts his shoulder in, gets narrow, and right up the field.
Yeah, here's an ISO on it. Look at that, just getting to the next level.
It causes a fumble.
And if you're the Packers, you got to figure you got to take advantage of some of this.
Okay, now on 3rd and 9, now he's right up over the center.
Right over the center.
All right.
And watch this push, man. Look at that. Look at this pure power. And once you, like you said, you get like somebody like Russell Wilson, a smaller quarterback, you could feel that pressure up the middle quick, and there's an ISO on it.
That is a Reggie White move right
there.
That
is definitely that club move right there.
It's amazing how easily it is to move someone when they're off balance.
Watch how he keep his feet moving. Just keep his feet moving, and just affects the throw. I mean, and that's what it's going to take when you're playing a game that may be snowing and cold.
Yeah. Now, okay, what does this have to do with the Packers? Well, let's change this number.
Let's say if he was number 55.
Right. I think as Mike Pettin as we stand here today, Mike Pettin is drooling over all the different ways he can use Za'Darius Smith against the interior of the Seattle offensive line.
No question.
And Pete Carroll is conversely going, okay, how do we handle Za'Darius Smith, Kenny Clark?
That's a good point. Especially if this is Kenny Clark here, that center, which one do you reach?
Yeah.
I mean, where do you go? I mean, you really don't know, but against Minnesota, Za'Darius Smith had a field day in this interior, like you said, this little triangle.
Right.
And it was just hard.
And if you use 3 to block 2, then you have
got one-on-ones outside
and 51. And so here, just to give you a little reminder of what happens when Za'Darius Smith is over the center.
See, he's standing up, and he's just going to pick. He can either go in the gap or he can go right over him. He just runs the guy over and take. It's just unbelievable. Now let's watch this. He gets his hand. Watch his feet. His feet never stops, and just makes a play. That's just amazing.
And went for the strip, much like Fletcher Cox did too. If you watch at the end of this, he almost got it out.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
So I think we can safely say that this is something that's going to be a key to the whole Packers' existence.
I think it's very important.
Yeah, the rest of the play, really all this was like a clear out for Lockett. And I think they might have had him if
Absolutely. I mean, it really affected the throw.
Yeah.
And then even against Minnesota, a couple times Cousins was looking and Za'Darius was in his lap. He couldn't even, and guys were open, he couldn't make the throw. This is the first time we've ever done X's and O's and just continued to watch, just watch the linemen.
Everything else doesn't matter.
I like that because that's where it's won in the playoffs. This area. So I expect these two guys maybe get 2 sacks apiece, maybe get a couple pressures. But not even that. You made a good point. It makes the one-on-ones out here very, very good.
Yeah, and they have to win those.
If you don't win those, Russell Wilson will have a long day.
Yeah. Okay. So now we'll turn around and look at how the Packers might be able to get a little bit of action on the Seahawks on offense. Okay, so now let's pretend the Packers are on offense and pretend they have Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
This is the first play of the third quarter. Philadelphia has the ball against Seattle, and it's 1st and 10 at the 25. Total rundown.
Yep.
And they come out in shotgun with a running back. And Seattle decides, now this is not an unusual coverage for them, right?
No,
this a cover 3, right?
Basically, pretty much.
So 1 safety at the top, 2 corner, 3 corner. Now, what's the typical foundation of this defense? When they used to run it with Earl Thomas, Sherman, and their other corners.
Yeah, Chancellor and Sherman, all those guys.
Yeah.
And the thing about it was you got a safety already declaring the strength to this side. You got to figure out if you're going to be in zone or if you're going to be in man. They had a busted coverage a couple times in their secondary. It kind of like miscommunication. But I think for the most part, you have the run taken care of. And that's why I feel it was play action on 1st down or anywhere around midfield, and that really caught Seattle by surprise. But I think for the most part, the tight end play is just truly exceptional.
Yeah. When
you got tight ends like that, because you could bring these guys in to block, you can run screens, you can do a lot of things, draws, counters. But at the same time, on this particular play, you want to try to make sure you get Philly all week is probably saying they're going to be in cover 3. But so this play is going to be open because with the backup quarterback, he had guys open to the front side. He had Miles Sanders open because they ran like a pick play over here, but he waited for his other throw.
Yeah, and so sort of like this would have been Cam Chancellor up here and forcing the run. So what they kind of do is it looked like it's kind of a zone. These guys drop, right?
Yep.
Drop. And 30 kind of hangs around the line of scrimmage. And this is the big route here because we have him in 88. Actually, you show us.
Yeah, because he comes up. He wants to influence the middle linebacker. So he'll come up and just sit right there. So they'll, one of the linebackers can jump on him because they're trying to clear out some space.
Why does he want to influence that linebacker?
Because you're always helping for your brother to come behind you. If you don't run that, then he'll stay back. But you need him to clear this space. You need to open up this space.
Right.
And that's just what they do, like a high-low, and they'll flood the zone. So you have to pick your poison.
And then all of a sudden this spot is open because he can't. That's a lot of room to cover.
It is. And normally, traditionally, the receiver will run the corner off. And we're going to show that in a video in a minute. They'll open up this area as well. But on this particular play, Sanders comes this way, and the receiver comes here, and there's a collision right here. And the back was open. But again, the quarterback waiting because you got to have good protection.
Zach Ertz here.
And all of a sudden, he's wide open on the other side. It's just amazing play.
And what I like about it is I'm sure Miles Sanders waited to see if 30 was going to blitz. And when he didn't, he released. And what I liked about it was that if 50 doesn't bite, they do have this outlet here, and they do have this outlet here. It's a nice Doug Peterson once again with really nice.
Yeah, high-low, man. That's difficult to cover on a defense.
And so we're going to show that to you, but we're also going to show you how they did it another way to get the tight end open and against a similar defense.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's take a look.
And this is it's amazing.
Green Bay, can they get this done with Jimmy Graham and Tanyan, or Mercedes Lewis or Sternberger?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They may have to try
it's
it.
going to be. They do have to try.
They have to at least try it,
or they have to figure out how to manufacture a wide receiver into these.
Well, like
positions.
you said, use Lazard in there tight.
Right.
Yeah, off of play action.
Okay.
Yep.
So here's
there's the video there, and you'll see the lines that.
So that's that cover 3. You got the safety deep, the 2 corners up on the wide receivers.
Yep.
And there's your tight end, and the 3 linebackers and the safety up.
So now they're going to flood this zone. See, they got 3 guys at the bottom coming out, and now they're going to have a 4th come all the way over. And that's when the one tight end at the bottom is going to influence Wagner and KJ Wright. Both the guys are being influenced. And you see at the top, the outside linebacker, he's not covering anybody.
No, he's
so
just
I'm like, wait a minute, somebody busted this coverage because the corners should be playing deep in his deep thirds. But he's playing man-to-man, and so the other safety. So it seemed like at the bottom they got confused.
Okay.
And so when it runs, and there it is, right there, it's too late.
Now there's his 2 options he's got there. Now Goddard is kind of open even with.
Yes.
But at that point, Wagner had realized, he's going over my head because the ball's already out of his hand.
Yep.
So he would have jumped all over Goddard if
Absolutely.
if they went that way. But boy, look at the room there is for Ertz. He is wide open.
He's wide open.
So with a single high safety, you attack the corners, right?
Absolutely.
The corners of the field.
Remember that dead area I was telling you with cover 2?
Yes.
They have another dead area in cover 3 if your guys have to play everything deep to short. And now this one, you're going to see the same high-low concept with a corner route. And if you don't get deep enough, especially against these tight ends, Seattle has a lot of dead areas in their secondary. That's why I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a field day with the secondary.
Okay.
And watch it come off here. Now he's running like a corner route. Now, if you're the linebacker down low, you don't jump the guy in the flat. You got to go where the red line is. Mm-hmm. You see the red line, that's where the receiver's going to run. You got to play everything deep to short. But for some reason, he doesn't do that.
He's reacting, I think, too, to the back coming out of the
Absolutely.
backfield, don't you think?
Yep, they're flooding. Got 3 people in that zone.
And, man, if he really comes hard at that back, that guy's wide open. Keep going with the film, you'll see. He does go to him, and that just leaves him wide open.
Yeah, you never jump the back in the flat. You got to play it deep to short. I tell people, always stop, the train. Always stop the plane and manage the train.
There you go. Just a nice opening. Safety way back there. Can't really make a play. That's something the Packers have to try to exploit.
They got to try to do it, especially if they can get it off of play action. And they can do that with Aaron Jones as well. If they play Aaron Jones, Tyler Ervin, and Jamal Williams, if he's back, put both of them in the backfield, all 3 of them, play action and try to hit somebody.
Remember
on the
game
route.
last year? Aaron Jones was here, and he ran that deep route in the end zone. Got matched up with the linebacker.
Yep, and that's the one that Aaron Rodgers threw it and hit him perfectly.
Yeah.
Yep, that's another good play. Yeah.
We'll see if they're able to do that.
Yeah, they got to take advantage of those soft areas in those zones.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an area that they can feel good about for play action, because that's the reason why if Carson Wentz, had he been healthy, they'd have did this all day, and they probably would have beat Seattle. But they didn't, so Packers are playing.
To Seattle and Green Bay.
And thank you to Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Their hotel actually is pretty nice. I stayed there a couple times. So I appreciate them sponsoring us. I really do.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week after the divisional playoff game.